No. See, we didn't murder a bunch of people at the end of Otto's arc. We just murdered their mom.
See, your past can't haunt you if your present haunts you.
Exactly.
That's
See,
a quote, Jesus Christ.
Somebody put that in the quote chat. Somebody
Put it in quotes. Put it in quotes.
Your past doesn't haunt you if you're present. Okay, everyone. Take the next 3 minutes to settle yourself and get everything you need, including dice and your character sheet, because I should start asking you that.
I just need to channel anger.
Not for any reason, just whenever I say, hey, roll this, you guys are like, oh my god, where did my dice go?
D&D, what did I need
I lose them! I swear
dice? Dice?
Who needs dice for D&D? That is crazy.
Whoa. Radical concept.
I'm just gonna channel all the anger I have into my body.
Or you could get into the 21st century and just do it on a computer.
Okay. I have character sheet. I have my dice.
It's a good thing, Claire. It's a good thing Claire said get your character sheet set up, because I was like going to my app and I forgot that I had it set up on my other account.
Well, you're welcome.
Load that back up.
You like
because I use my other D&D on for my other campaign. So.
Do you like D&D Beyond it on your phone?
Yes, and then I also have my physical character sheet to my left.
Do you not have a computer?
No, I don't.
Damn, that sucks.
I had a computer, but see, I was getting out of bed too quickly one day and stepped on it, and the screen, I was about to say something bad. Okay, my screen turned black. I was going to say something really bad about that, but I'm not. I'm decided against it.
Why do you just have your computer on the floor next to your bed?
Because
I did that.
Because
why?
I was tired.
I mean,
why didn't you put it on a desk or something?
I'm not getting out
so
of
we're
bed
not on
to
the
go to
floor.
my desk.
Or at least lean it so it isn't flat on the floor, so you can actually step on it.
Okay, okay, big brains over here.
Well, I'm helping you to the future. You're gonna be like, wow, I'm very glad that I was told to not put it flat on the ground. Because I would have definitely broken it, you know?
I mean, I would have slipped it under my bed.
Hell,
that works.
Okay,
it's 3 against.
To be fair, this happened like a couple of years ago. Okay.
No excuses. No excuses.
I've learned. I've grown in my brain.
It's 2022. We can cancel you for anything.
Exactly. Exactly.
I'm so happy Claire said that we might need a book, because I didn't play. I'm cooking for the most part. I'll probably be cooking for most of the session.
You better be muting yourself. I swear to Jesus
I
Christ.
will be.
I'm just gonna
relax.
Here.
Most of my stuff has already been prepped. All I'm doing is just cooking it.
Also, I'm just kind of curious. What happened, Rock, last during the one shot? What happened to your to you at the end?
My mic went, and then I think I fell asleep.
No, your mic went, and then you got your mic went, and then you got murdered.
You got murdered off screen.
Oh, sorry.
He didn't even get a cool death. He got dragged off screen and then died.
It was a long.
And I had to deal with the fucking psychopaths on my own.
I'm sorry, it wasn't.
You're lucky I did it. Otherwise, I'd be a lot more upset.
It was a good one shot. Like, I enjoyed playing another character. I enjoyed being a sorcerer.
No, sorry, you're fine.
I'd been up since like 8 o'clock in the morning, which is
Rock. Real quick, I just want to say real quick. See, their one mistake was like whenever they were trying to kill me, was they let me get range. Like they let me get like more than 200 feet as a ranger.
That wasn't my fault. I had to deal with.
No. I'm not saying it was your fault. I'm just saying that was like their mistake. Whenever they let me get really far down the hallway. Anyways,
you still didn't win. You still lost.
I lost. I lost the battle, but I won the war.
You were put in a coma for a week, and then when you woke up, everyone was depressed.
Yeah, but I won the war. So
I think
don't worry.
You won the war, but at what cost?
Don't worry. It's gonna be their loss whenever they get rat poison in their coffee.
That's not gonna work. You'll just vomit up the rat poison. That won't actually poison them.
I think you can smell the difference between rat poison, unless it's tasteless.
Not in coffee, I doubt, because coffee's a very strong smell and taste.
But also, it's just like your body naturally rejects it.
And also the fact of
not before you poisoned yourself.
There's also different blends of coffee. Who knows? It could have like one of those like really shitty light coffees.
Yeah, if you wanted to poison someone, then like get some belladonna, man. And cover it up.
No, because someone's gonna notice you putting a fucking flower in their coffee.
You crush it up!
Oh, what's this bits of floating yellow flour in my coffee?
Wait, belladonna's yellow for you?
Can you imagine?
Belladonna's yellow over there?
They're just implying that it's normal for them to do.
Look it up.
Belladonna is purple here.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I got it confused.
Purple? Oh my god.
And also, your berries are poisonous. So you crush up the berries, so you can make like a jam and give it to someone.
Oh, we just call it nightshade over here.
Nightshade, belladonna.
Which I think is a much cooler name, honestly.
Yeah, for nightshade.
Are we done with the talk about poison? Are we done?
Yes.
This concluded? Great.
Yeah.
Harlow, what happened last session?
I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember much of it other than pipe dying. I'm gonna be honest with you.
You had a talk with who?
Everyone.
Oh, yeah.
Schizo old man.
Yeah, we went and talked with Dickbag, leader of the resistance, leader of Cucks, and he told us to go talk to the crazy guy at the bottom of the pit. And then we went, and then well, I didn't go talk to the crazy guy. The other two did, or I guess one of them, I don't know. Anyways, and then they learned a bunch of fun new information. And we talked to, didn't we talk to Spine last session as well?
That happened before you talked to the crazy old man.
Okay, well, I guess I'm going.
And it was your bestie that sent you to get to the old.
Yeah, well, he's a dickbag because he leads the resistance that killed Pipe, so he's a dickbag.
Yeah, he is a dickbag, but when you said dickbag, like, leader, I thought you were meaning Spine, and I'm like,
no, Spine's actually pretty cool. I like Spine already.
I mean, I'm down to put down a resistance. That's like...
Exactly. Down with the resistance.
I love how quickly your mind changed on that, because you went from just killing someone that was trying to stop the resistance because you felt like it, to wanting to stop the resistance.
I saw some stronger people attacking some weaker people, and in that situation, the natural thing to do.
You saw the people you saw the weak people were protesting.
I may have chosen to ignore that.
Okay.
Rock crusher.
Now I'm pro-government. I'm a rock crusher bootlicker confirmed.
Bro, you guys are pro-Russia? Jesus.
No, I'm not pro-government. I'm just anti-terrorism.
I stand for the flag and I kneel for the cross. Amen.
Virtue was very middle throughout that whole thing, but now it's definitely it's teetering on the other side.
Really? Okay. So
pro-state. More like
I've always been pro-spine though.
The start, yes, I've been aware of that. So the start of this session, we're actually going to start with Rock Crusher.
Oh.
So you basically have become Batman and are spying on Keith as he ran into the wall at the end of last session.
Yeah, then I was just waiting.
And you were just waiting. And not very long after, you see not only Keith, but Henny, Casca, and an older-looking tabaxi male with kind of like a half and half beige and black skin run from that exact area. The tabaxi yells for everyone to go to the Dust Bowl, and they begin running in the opposite direction towards the housing area.
Is that towards the Dust Bowl?
No.
Oh, they yell out to, like, the general people.
Yes, they yell to everyone else, go to the Dust Bowl.
Okay, well, I will continue sort of clinging to a wall, sort of chameleoning along, following them.
The 4 of them or the public?
The 4 of them.
Okay. So the 4 of them are running down the hallway to get to the housing area as you're kind of like scurrying on the wall. And you see many groups of people begin to be a lot more vocal over the revolution than they were half before. You don't know why, but they seem a lot more like confident. And some people are confused, and some are trying to stop the group, as in just the public, but most of them are just going to the Dust Bowl, as said before. And as the 4 of them are running, most of them don't seem to care, and the only one that really does even look around is Keith. And when no one is looking at him, he has a big smile, but when the others look towards him, he begins to look fearful to run faster. So...
Okay.
Back with the other 3. No, give me a second. Almost immediately as you start to see things, and Rakrisha, you will be able to see and hear this as well as you're running, you begin to hear Taco and see him run as well towards the housing area.
Taco Tuesdays?
Yes, you see Taco yell towards everyone to enter the Dust Bowl, get out of here, everyone out. And as you can see, the ground underneath everyone, except for you 3, start to push them away from Pipe's body. And from right behind Taco, you see the other 4 people as well.
So can I see the 3 of them as well as the 4 that were running?
Yes.
Okay.
What's going on?
They see me.
Make what's everyone's passive perception?
18.
15.
15.
Do you want to be stealthy, Rockcrusher?
I am trying to be stealthy.
Then roll stealth.
Advantage. That's a natural 19 for a 21.
Okay. Virtue, you notice a shadow figure, but you don't really pay attention to it because there's a lot more stuff going on. Everyone else doesn't see anything.
I am the knight.
Exactly. So you see Keith and Henny start to like usher people out of the housing area, and soon there's no one in there with you. And Kasika begins to look around and like sniff into different pods. And Taco stands next to you 3, sort of out of breath, as he's just like, you 3?
Had a long run.
What?
I said have a long run.
Yes, in fact I did. The reason you 3 are here is because you are useful. You are more useful than the other citizens in the underground. And against your will, sadly, you are now involved in the investigation of Sir Rusterick Pipe's death.
Lovely.
Oh, great.
In this investigation, and only in this investigation, are you permitted to use magic for the investigation itself and self-defense if need be. Lashba, over here, as he gestures to the tabaxi, will look after you and grant you access to the locations necessary for the investigation. But sadly for now, you will only get a short time with the body itself, and then you must leave afterwards. Please do not waste it.
Alright.
And both he and Lashba go out and stand towards the entrance of the housing grounds, not looking at any of you.
All right. First course of action. May I please roll investigation, I want to look for anything that's like. I doubt there'd be something as messy as a murder weapon that hasn't been noticed yet. So anything like pieces of cloth that doesn't look like belong to pipes, hair, anything.
Okay. Go ahead and roll.
That's not bad. Okay. That'd be 21.
So you begin to look around the room, and there's absolutely nothing in the room except for you can see clipped on a bit sharper edge of the wall is a little tiny white hair.
Alright. I'm gonna
Does
kinda like
pipes have any white hairs?
Is what?
Is it like, does it look like it would belong to pipes, or does it look different?
No, it's short. It's very short. And it looks like it could come from an animal.
Alright, let me... Virtue would carefully describe it. Walk up to Harlow, kind of show it to him.
Harlow is kind of just staring at the body, not really moving at all. I like even whenever they came into the room, I assume he didn't even move. Just stood there and watched. Didn't just watched the non-moving body.
Does from my little hole on the wall, does it look like any sort of aggressive actions, or just look like they're talking?
What?
Between the group of 4 and the party.
The only 2 that are still there are Lashba and Taco. The other 2 were getting people out of the housing grounds. But make a perception check.
13.
They aren't really saying much to each other, but the only things that they're really just saying, if anything at all, is just like, I'm sorry, it's like it should have been different, things like that.
I mean, they don't look like hostile.
No, they're just sitting, they're just like kind of looking around. You see Taco is looking for something as he's like leaning over to look down the hallways, but they're kind of just keeping watch.
In that case, I'll sort of Batman down. Just join the party.
They seem a bit confused at first, but Taco gives you a bit of a glare, but then he just nods his head and then just keeps looking around.
I am the knight.
anyway.
Are you talking to us or an NPC?
I'm just talking out loud. What's happening?
You see
Virtue
dead body.
Yeah, Virtue would look at you, point at the body.
That dude's dead.
Cass is just gonna crack their knuckles and be like, alright, well, I have a spell that could help us in this case, but I think it's best if kind of pointing to Harlow, being like, if you kind of talk with him, because you seem to have a better relationship with him than anyone here. So, would you two?
If you wouldn't mind, first I could do a little check on the body just to assess possible.
Yeah, you do that first before I do what I do.
I mean, if anyone wants to give me a hand, that would be appreciated.
I can give you a hand.
Okay, can I make a medicine check to try and assess the cause of death?
Mm-hmm.
Seeing a decapitated body, wondering how it died.
Oh, it's decapitated. Well, I see. I wasn't there.
Not here.
Well.
Here, fine. I'll describe. The body is in the center of a completely empty room. It is hung up by a noose that has...
without its head?
The head is hung up by a noose. And it has a little rock or wood, I forgot what I said, that said spine sympathizer on it, attached to the side of his head. And the rest of his body is beneath it.
Okay,
Well,
so
blood pressure. It could have been a different cause of death. He could have chopped off the head after he died.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm looking for like signs of like bruising on the body, if there was like a struggle, if his hands were tied before he was killed, or if there's like
was he
bulging
tortured?
veins, like how long he's been dead for, that kind of deal.
Roll.
Would the body be bruised if it died after it was beat?
No, bruising can't form after post-mortem because of blood clotting. That's just me talking. I just know that.
Smart man.
That's 21 on the medicine check.
Okay. You do not see any signs of struggle. From what you can see, the cause of death is being decapitated.
Okay,
You could tell that the body has been dead for longer than 3 hours.
Okay, very fresh then. Any sort of indication on the wound, like, well, I'd say the wound, the lack of head, if it was a very sharp weapon that cut through it, or if it was like hacked off, or if it was done in like one big chop.
It does not seem like a very clean cut.
Okay, like it was hacked off then, like
Yes.
like a machete or a knife.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I will relay that information to the party.
You said it was hacked off with a machete or a knife?
It's not a clean cut. It took a couple of attempts. This was a painful way to go.
Oh.
No signs of a struggle, though. Well, moderate struggle, but it seems they got the jump on him. They, I say. One person, few people. That's not my area of expertise.
I should say that the blood is not splayed everywhere. It's just in a pool on his body.
Is there any trail? Any other places where the blood is? Like, is there a trail? Does it look like he was killed in this room?
The only blood in the room is piling with the rest of his body and dripping from his head.
It seems a little interesting that such a brutal hacking of his head would only be in one pool.
Well, I mean, if they got the jump on him, the first one probably would have sent immediately into shock. And from that, I can't really say. I've never had my head chopped off. What would happen? I've chopped a few heads off, but never really paid attention to what they were doing.
Would I know it all, Claire?
About what?
About if, say, you got the jump on someone and had a very messy decapitation, that would the blood stay in one consecutive pool, or would it splatter a bit?
It would splatter. You know the knowledge.
Describe the arterial spray.
There is no spray. It's just the pool.
The trajectory of every single blood on the ground.
Where she kind of looks at rock pressure and be like, oh, well, it would have sprayed. It was something cacking like that. It would have gone all over the place and over the person. So I don't think he was necessarily killed in this room. And there must have been a lot of time between then and in order to bring a dead body into here, to hang it up, carve something, and clean up the blood that would have trailed from his body. This was very meticulously planned.
That is true, but this body's not been dead for very long. It's still warm. I don't think something that complicated could have happened. I think this is a lot of a combination of bad luck and one or a few people potentially getting the drop on this person. This is currently some sort of medieval fantasy setting, so a toxicology report isn't likely.
Sadly.
Sadly not. So, I'm of the impression that he did die in this place. But I think it's down now to figure out what the individual or individuals that did the deed have left behind. Because, like I said, this happened very recently.
All I could find was a white hair. It was short, it almost looked like fur.
Well, that's something. Keep a hold of that. Keep it somewhere safe.
Nada.
I'm sure there's someone around that could do something with that. Cass.
Yes, I was about to interrupt anyways. I don't want to cut this short, but I would like to do what I originally want to. Well, I do need the head down, sadly, so if one of you could get that down.
Yeah, I'll pick the head up in one hand and just sort of place it on the table.
Alright. I'm gonna kind of like look to Harlow and be like, alright, the spell I am about to use will, I don't want to say bring him back, but it will kind of reanimate him. He'll have basically the same memories. He'll know everything he knew when he was alive. I think it's best if you if you ask him questions. You can only ask him questions from what I understand. And I think it's best. Yes, but it does not. But there's a problem. Here's the thing. I would like almost everyone to leave because if Pipe might see someone here as a foe, then there will be a problem.
All right.
I will go stand outside.
Virtue would do the same.
And
right.
I will go for a wee.
Have fun.
How many questions do I get?
For your life and also in-game.
Okay.
You will have up to 5 questions to ask him. I will be able to do this after 10 days, but I'm sure that his body will not be here within 10 days, so make the 5 last.
How long do I have?
You have 10 minutes for the question.
Okay.
So do you want to figure out your questions now before I do this?
I don't know.
I will give you a minute to think really hard on what you want to ask him, because this is the only chance you'll have.
Alright.
Alright. As Cass is gonna like sit down and wait for him to be ready.
Also, I should say Harlow is barely moving, like physically wise. Like, that's just a side note. Like, very much like literally the definition of standing in shock, just kind of staring at the head while he thinks.
Don't feel pressured to do this, Harlow. If you don't think you're ready for this, I could always just do it myself.
I want to do it.
Alright.
Hey, Claire.
Actually, it's funny. Out of character, I'm actually writing down my questions in a note.
Hey, Claire.
Yes.
What color was the tabaxi?
He was beige and black.
Okay.
That's
I'm checking out my stuff, okay? I like murder mystery.
I do too. I watch Criminal Minds and all that fun stuff.
I stand by it. The fact that murder mystery is the best movie genre. It's just the best. It's the most entertaining.
Also, you guys could talk about murder mysteries in your little corner outside.
Start talking about this random show that doesn't exist yet.
Also,
it's like a random guard. Like, it's just so enthralling.
And Henry.
Yes.
You know more about dragonborns. Like, are they kind of like bloodhounds? Can they smell something and like get a scent?
Overlooking that slightly racist remark.
Well, didn't you say yourself that you could like smell blood from someone and like make a general guess on who it's from or where it's from or the general direction?
That was like bigging myself up. It was like calling myself like a shark or a bloodhound. You know, it sounds cool. Can't actually.
I just called you a bloodhound.
Yeah, so why are you insulting?
It's okay when I say it. It's my thing. Okay, you can't.
I was saying it out of character, but damn, answer the damn question.
No, I don't believe that they can.
Okay.
You could try.
You want to try with the fur?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You realize
Pipe down, you two.
That you could ask.
Pipe down.
See what I can do with a single hair.
Casey, do you cast Speak with the Dead?
I'm seeing her. I'm gonna like check her and be like, "Are you ready now?"
I just want to make sure that my questions are all ones that are valuable.
Understand.
I just can't come up with one more asking him who killed him. Like, maybe if he knows where he was killed.
I understand. Although, as someone who's lost a close member, I understand this is very, very tough.
You know, I really like this smert person. They're very good, very useful.
I just don't know enough information about his death to get a lot of questions. And
all right, how about this? I'm gonna go quickly outside to ask the other two if they have any questions besides who murdered him, and we might be able to use some of their questions as well. How does that sound?
That sounds alright.
Alright. I will leave you in here for a while and I go talk with the others. As like Cass gets up and goes to the others.
Hmm.
He's gonna look at them and be like, hey, he's kinda out of it. Do you have any certain questions that you might want to ask Pipe? You only get 5, so keep it minimum.
Who killed you?
Besides
where? Yeah, who, where, those are the classic ones.
Yes.
How many? Why?
We know why. There was the rock. There was a sympathizer. So
we get the reason of why, but there's the thing of
that's what the sign says.
But why Pipe?
That could be a red herring.
Could be.
But Pipe is the question. Pipe's a very sweet man from the looks of it. He took care of the kids here.
Well, apparently he was a spine sympathizer.
You know why he was a spine sympathizer?
No. Do you mind telling us?
No, I was just asking. Maybe you could ask that.
No.
That could work too. Or Harlow knows it. We can ask him.
Hint, hint.
Alright, well.
He said why, but anyway, like, I'm just saying that out of character, but he said that too.
I know. I'm role playing. That's a character.
I know, I'm just saying. I'm not there, so that.
Interesting.
Did you guys, besides, looking at the body, did you guys find anything interesting in the room?
I found a hair. Around at that. Or in the other areas.
Well, if you found hair, why don't we have the dog, if the dog is that specialized, have the dog kind of sniff it and see if they can pinpoint what it is.
What's this, Casca?
Yes, the dog, yeah.
Can Casca do that? Do you train?
Casca do that?
I mean, probably. He's a very interesting dog.
Where is Casca at the moment?
Yeah, what the dog doing?
He's sniffing around in different pods.
I say once you ask the questions, we can do it. I don't want to launch a potential case and, we have to chase him and then leave you guys here.
Alright, well, if that's the only questions you guys have at the moment, then I will go back to Harlow.
Yep, go for it.
As she heads back inside, kind of looks to Harlow, so it's like, alright, so we have... Why was Pipe a sympathizer? Spine sympathizer.
He took care of them.
I'm sorry, say that again?
He took care of him. He said that before he died.
See, that must hit hard. Well, we have the one where don't really need time at the moment. Is there anything personal you want to ask him yourself?
I don't know.
Alright, well, we only have a limited amount of time with the body, so I'm going to start it now, and we can ask the the one question that we have at the moment.
Are you able to ask questions too, or is it just me?
I am able to ask questions. Anyone is able to ask questions. The only reason I had those two leave was because if Pipe somehow saw one of them as an enemy, or something, it might make him want to lie. And he still acts the same way. So if Pipe somehow had bad blood with one of them, then we would have a problem.
He might have with Rock, because Rock was a rule breaker.
Then it's a good thing Rock is not in the room.
So
as I start to
cool as hell.
As I start to do speak with the dead.
Okay. So casts speak with the dead. And after you cast this, you immediately begin to see Spine's head sort of begin
Spine.
Not Jesus Christ. Pipe. Keep getting the wrong name. Pipe.
Oh God. What have
you
we
see
done?
Pipe's head begin to move around a little bit as his eyes slowly open. He has no pupils or iris, but his eyes are open. The head sort of props itself up, and it looks back and forth with his eyes. And then when his eyes meet yours, he coughs out a bit of blood, but then he gives you a gentle smile.
Alright, Harlow, when you are ready.
Pipe, who killed you?
Oh, you see here. It'd be great if I had an answer, but, my eyesight's going out, and my head was turned, and then I, got, and all I know is that I saw some sort of bunny thing run out, and it was whispering, "For the underground, and it's 2 liters," something like that. But I kind of always knew that I was going to die eventually for what I did, so I guess today was the day.
It's a fucking talkative dead head.
He was a talking person, but
that is fair.
Where were you whenever you died?
Right where I am now.
Okay. Called it.
Jazz, do you have any questions real quick?
Pipe, do you know of anyone who might have... Do you have a general idea on who could have done this to you? Anyone that you might have had bad blood with?
Well, the only ones I had bad blood with are the people that don't like the fact that I made Spine who he is. Those people probably hate my guts.
Alright. Well, I don't have many other questions at the moment. So, Harlow, if that's all you really have, I will let Pipe rest.
Wait.
Yes?
Harlow.
Yes.
I see in your eyes, boy. You blame yourself for what happened to me. But it wasn't your fault. You simply just came back to the underground for whatever reason that you did, and ended up being the main cause of a revolution. Your mind and soul, willpower and determination are too strong. And whenever it breaks, it's demolished. You are strong not for your physical abilities, but for your ability to attach yourself to others that only you trust. Some people might see that as being closed off, but I see it as you being strong enough to trust yourself more than others. If I could offer you one piece of advice to avoid your other loved ones to end up as the same fate as I, listen closely to what others has to say. Everyone's saying something, but if you get cut deep enough to the core, they'll let it out on impulse. There's still things to learn about the underground, the arena master, Henny, Keith, and even Spine. Time doesn't stop on its own, Harlow. You have to let it unwind yourself. And he smiles at you. Everything unwinds with one simple sentence, and I could even give you one myself. To help you on your way, a bit of truth is that I didn't raise you from birth. You were given to me at age 8. But good luck, Harlow. We all believe in you.
His eyes explode.
Anything you want to say before I let Pipe go?
He's Harlow kind of mumbles under his breath, like not loud enough for him to say, but goodbye, Pipe.
Cass is gonna look to Pipe and just give him a smile. It's just like, you are a very wise old man, Pipe. I wish I knew you longer. May you rest in peace, as I well, Pipe was a very wise man, and I think it's nice you were raised by him. We should probably go tell the others now.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for your loss. As Cass kind of like just for him to start moving.
Harlow kind of like turns around and walks, still has his head like tilted down almost at the same level he had whenever he was looking at the head, but just kind of continues to walk out.
Cass is gonna follow and then kind of start to tell them the basic gist of what happened with Pipe and everything.
That's unfortunate.
It is, but Pipe's now in a better place, and it's better. Now, about the hair, why don't we go get Casca and try to figure out if Casca's able to have that good of a nose?
Out of character though, the hunter did try to have me guess when, like, if he was there from birth or if he was there, like, since he was, like, at a certain age. And I'm pretty sure I guessed around 9. I said around, like, 8 to 10.
Yeah, he said about 10.
Yes.
What you said.
Yeah, I said, like, 8, 9, 10, like, that sort of, like, area. And I'm pretty proud that I got it close through all the hints I've gotten through the sessions.
Oh, so I should say that I should just say, just as like a heads up, I'm not as that out of character. I'm just having Harlow be sad. So.
Anyway, Claire, I'm gonna go have Cass kind of go try and call for Casca. If Casca's able to talk to me.
Jessica jumps down from one of the pods that he was in and then kind of just walks up to you.
I'm gonna kind of like gesture to Virtue. Just like, alright, the hair, please.
Virtue would pull out the hair and offer it to Casca.
Casca snips it for a bit. And he kind of starts wagging his tail a bit. He walks over to Taco, and Taco looks down at him and then starts petting his head, and it's like, right, I understand, but you gotta help it. And then he starts kind of whispering to the dog, which is a strange sight, but...
What colour hair does Taco have?
He has grey hair.
Dun-dun-dun.
Wow.
The plot thickens.
Right. Taco looks up at you and says, well, that hair comes from an animal. Probably bunny of some kind. I can only think of a few of those. It doesn't make any sense.
Considering what I said, it kind of does.
But it doesn't, though, because the old leaders died when the...
Could it be magic?
It just doesn't look magical, at least. The only reason I'm confused is because Spine killed the old leaders of the underground who were those bunny folk.
Oh.
We might have a problem.
Rabbit people.
Well, if this is rabbit fur, do you think I can sniff out more rabbit, quote unquote, since we have a fur of one?
Well, rabbits don't have fur, they have hair.
Hair, fur.
Well, I mean, he is a pretty amazing dog, but you can't do much with just a single hair. That even smells like a bunny from what I have been told from by him.
It doesn't smell like a bunny. Perhaps someone who dressed up?
But why dressed up?
Someone might have seen someone dressed as Chuck E. Cheese. Someone.
I mean, perhaps they dressed up. I don't know. If it doesn't smell like a bunny, and if they're all dead, if someone wanted to revive that old ideology, dressing as them would be the best way to honor them, especially to kill those who took them out of power. But besides that, either it is a bunny, it's someone dressed up as a bunny, or someone who turned into a bunny.
Well, there are many things. It could be from forms of magic, or it could be just things. There's a lot of things that could happen, but all we know is that, based off what Pipe said, and the hair, something relates to a rabbit or bunny.
And we are currently a couple of kilometers underground. This is not rabbit habitat.
Well, should they burrow?
Not through solid stone, they don't.
Yes, but considering there is magic in the world, who knows with this world at this point?
Yeah. Yeah, no.
Yeah, no.
So as you guys start to question things, you see Taco sort of like his eyes sort of go into shock. So he like looks down the hallway, and he's like, "Okay, this investigation has to be cut a tiny bit short. So if you go to the Dust Bowl, there's supposed to be an entertainer. I don't know exactly what he's up to, but he's doing something to try and get everyone up on their toes after what just happened. So maybe it'll happen to you too. At least most of you."
Noted.
We'll try this.
Yes, but at this moment, we must him the proper burial and send-off that he deserves, and it's better to do that respectfully and alone without many people around. So
Yes.
it isn't a invitation, it's kind of an order to go to the dust bowl, you know?
Fair enough. Alright, well, I guess we should start heading.
Just a moment.
You don't got much time.
I would like to conduct some sort of post-mortem on the body.
What?
You know, sort of open it up, take its organs out.
No.
An autopsy. Well,
Not for fun. Purely in the advancement of medical science.
well, why would we need an autopsy? Why was there signs that he died of a different cause?
Potentially. I've watched enough TV to know that this could be a complete red herring.
We could learn in other ways. We'd prefer to give him the proper burial with all of his organs inside.
I mean, he can have his organs back afterwards. I just need to have a look at them first.
I don't think they want a disemboweled pipe.
Those are only performed with consent, Rock Crusher.
Dead people can't consent. That's kind of
consent of their loved ones.
So technically, that would be led to Harlow.
Harlow.
You don't have permission to open him up. I don't give you my consent to do that.
Alright.
He deserved better than that.
Why don't we start heading to the school now and let them do Pipe's burial?
Let us go.
Yes, make it sound like it was some sort of weird thing to sort of check whether he was poisoned or not.
Well, it's not weird, it just requires consent.
Well, considering also the fact that we just had a talk with Pipe.
This is a murder investigation.
Pipe knows.
He said he remembered being hit.
Yes, Pipe has not mentioned of any feeling of ooziness or poison, and it was what was originally guessed. He was decapitated.
So take your word for it, but I'm not ruling out of him a cause of death.
I think Pipe himself would know how he died.
Would he, though?
Yes.
Maybe that's another red flag. A red herring, okay? You can't trust anyone.
You talk a lot about red herrings.
Yes, are you hungry, Rock?
It's just what Rock used to do in the Rock Crusher canonically used to watch murder mystery movies.
He learned it in business school.
In his cabin.
Binge watching like Columbo and shit like that, like 70s crime detective shit. Oh,
70s.
One more thing.
Yes, Rock Crusher?
Oh no, you guys are like, well, I suppose I'm too young for it as well, but like a detective show in the 70s was called Columbo. It was an American thing, and one of the catchphrases from that was just, "Oh, one more thing," right at the end when he just be like,
"Oh, what is
blow the case wide open."
American.
No, this is me talking to you.
Okay. I thought you were saying anything. I was like, okay.
Rock, to be fair, you do that a lot, so.
Yeah.
This is fair.
All right, let's all go to the dust bowl now, so Pipes can be ready.
Okay.
For some reason, I love the idea of Rock getting a monocle. I love the idea of Rock getting a monocle.
Lashapa goes with.
I'm just wearing a trench coat.
Of course. And as you all leave, you can faintly hear Taco say, "I'm sorry, Spine, I never expected to go this way." And a faint shadow of a tall tiefling with perfect posture brush past while you leave.
Wow, what good posture.
Mm-hmm. So where are you going?
To dust bowl, I guess. We're basic. I'm sorry.
Okay. So
And plus, it was
see, we listen to orders whenever it's going to be boring for us, whenever it's going to be interesting.
Understood. Who cares? Okay, so you all head to the Dust Bowl. On your way there, you see the small group, or Rock Crusher really is the only one that saw this. You see the small groups of people die down as they all follow in droves to enter the Dust Bowl. Keith and Henny are guiding people into the Dust Bowl to make sure no one is left behind. And as you all enter, the Dust Bowl is completely silent. Occasionally there are whispers around, but everyone seems very gloomy.
shit. It better be good.
We in the stands.
Hey, Claire. Can I have Harlow nut tap Keith as he goes into the Dust Bowl?
Make a slide.
I just smack him in the nards.
Oh my god.
Slide hand check.
I mean, hey.
What?
Sleight of hand.
All right. It's not gonna be horrible, at least. 15.
Okay.
Whack.
Please.
Sadly, you are unsuccessful to tap Keith in the balls.
Damn.
Okay. So you were left there to sit for about maybe 10 minutes, and people get a bit rowdy until you see Casca enter the Dust Bowl, not onto the arena, but into the stands. And he walks up to Harlow and bites onto his ankle and then starts walking away.
Is it like trying to lead me somewhere, or?
He stops and looks back at you.
I stand up and just kind of like look to everyone else and like point towards Casca, and I just start walking that way without really saying anything.
Should we be following?
Harlow like shakes his head no while he walks.
Okay.
I guess we're starting here.
Okay. So, after those two leave, the torch blinks out and everyone is left into darkness. But soon after, a spotlight surrounds the Dust Bowl arena, and the floor from where the winner goes down reveals an opening to a tall, slender figure with a jester mask with a black cloak rising from the hole. And this performer begins to perform. I won't do the actual performance, but I can explain what happens in it. There are many colorful lights and loud sounds. The crowd starts off very opposed to the idea of a performer singing and dancing in the Dust Bowl. But as the performer does more stuff, the crowd gets more involved. The major part of the performance of the song performance and the song is a storyline of 10 people coming together, but after a fight, they all get killed but one of them. And after bringing everyone back to life, it kind of just rejects itself from society. The performer looks like they're almost shifting into different people as they talk. Everything is an illusion, but when they talk, the performer shifts into that person and sings or talks in their place. It's very strange and unlike what most of the citizens are used to, basically everything. And by the end of the performance, the crowd is singing and dancing to the catchy tune. You can choose if you want to do that as well.
No.
It is
like a sort of Greek play where it was like two actors, but they just changed masks.
Yes, except for it is one person.
I was gonna say they're having a musical.
Yes. But sadly, unlike a musical, everyone, except for the performance, is out of key and not in time with it. But it looks like they're having fun, so who cares?
No one here's ever sang, so like they're just really bad.
They're trying their best.
My recent propensity for the musical arts has led me to feel absolute disgust. I do not like this person.
Damn. Anyways, so while you three are having fun with the performance and the people trying to do it as well, we can move over to Harlow.
I just want to say real quick that I can completely imagine Rock Crusher making his voice 3 times louder and just singing a musical number. I can see that happen.
Self-insert.
I'm heckling.
Why? What did he do to you?
He's shit.
You don't even know who this is. It's just a performer, bro.
Don't like him.
You got PTSD or something?
Nope, just don't like him.
I honestly saw it as more of Rock trying to show him up, singing his song, but just better.
Fine. While Rock Crusher is pissy and the other two aren't going to sing along, we move over to Harlow. So, it's very, very quiet on your walk. As you get further and further away, you don't hear any of the people having fun in the Dust Bowl. You just see vacant hallways with no one there, blood splattered occasionally, and the only thing you can really hear are the sounds of you in Kasika. Other than that, you're just left to your thoughts.
Harlow depression arc.
Well, it's just you. So...
the solo mission.
Kasika takes you back to the housing grounds. But you see him almost stop at a complete halt before he enters. And then he kind of walks up to you to try and stop you in your track as well.
Alright, I guess I just stop. Whatever.
And Kasika kind of walks a bit away. He's looking at the entrance and he's low to the ground, but he's crawling away from the entrance while looking at it. He's being quiet. You can't hear him that well. And from inside the housing grounds, you can hear Taco's voice coming through. And from where you are, you can see into the housing grounds, though there is sort of a wall cutting you off from being able to be very visible. So basically you can see them, they can't see you that well. And you see Spine sitting tall and sitting on his knees with his head forward and his eyes closed. Don't worry about perspective. Taco sits next to him with his legs crossed and his head leaning onto Spine's shoulder. You see Spine clench onto his pants, and he says, "Yaboyu oproshchini trubak." And you can hear him silently just say, "Tim." Spine wraps his arm, Taco wraps his arm around Spine and rubs his shoulder. Spine's posture weakens a little bit as he leans into Taco's embrace, but not enough to be easily noticed. And you can hear this conversation between them. "I request your help on my side to fight back. I understand you're detained for the past and what happened, but you are one of the only people I truly trust, and I want you to be just as safe as I will. You know better than anyone that I despise the idea of entering another war. I already have someone to deal with in here that was the start of one, and I don't really want to rely and relive the past over and over again, Spine. I will not force you to do something you do not wish. But do not die. That is an order from your leader." "Sure, I'll make sure to follow the rules this time." And a bit after they finish talking, both of them look to Pipe's body. Spine stands up and the tips of his tail, his horns, his fingertips, and his eyes glow. His hands dance around his body slowly, and then the roof and the ground of Pipe's pod slowly takes Pipe's body out of the room. Spine steps away from the pod, and the opening to it begins to close. And as a wall merges from where the opening was, you see a rock in the shape of Pipe's face form out of it, and a block of stone go out of it as well. And words are etched out into it, though you do not know what they say.
Yeah, because I can't read.
Spine and Taco stand next to the memorial for a few minutes. And afterwards, you just hear, "Come in."
I guess I walk in.
Taco,
what do you need?
Spine does not look at you. Taco does, but he doesn't say anything and just takes Casca and walks out of the housing grounds.
Okay.
Stand with me.
Harlow kind of like walks up and like stands next to him. I don't remember how tall Spine is, but if he's like roughly the same height, then I'm gonna stand shoulder to shoulder. But
Yeah, he's like an inch taller than you, I think.
okay, so shoulder to shoulder then.
Can you read?
No.
Do you want me to explain what it says for you? To share this moment?
I would.
It says, "In memory of Rustrick Pipe, 1009 to 1322. Died in the place he protected the most, thinking about those he cares for the most." Now sit and let your mind wander for a few moments.
I sit down on the ground and kind of lower my head and just think, like, out of character, I will do. Thank you for letting me be here.
It is no longer a secret to any of us, of your acquaintances, that you, Rustrick, and I share a similar relationship of father and son, more adoptive than biological.
Does that make us brothers?
Not exactly. There's still more that you do not know, as Pipe has said.
Then let me know.
It is better to show than tell, and I will let you figure it out on your own, but I will not let you live in ignorance for much longer. So please, follow me.
He kind of like, or like puts his hands down and like on the floor and like pushes his body up and like gets up.
Next to you and Spine opens a staircase that leads downwards, and he begins walking down it with his hands held behind his back.
Alright.
After a long walk of silence, both of you enter a very tall and very wide and very round room. Looking around you, you also see a creature embedded in the wall, and this to be the place that Otto took their last breath. Spine walks up to the wall with the creature inside it and asks for you to follow.
I follow.
He places his hands on the wall and again gestures for you to copy his movement.
Wait, what did you say he did? Sorry.
He puts his hands on the wall.
Both hands or just a hand?
Both.
Oh, okay. I guess I do the same.
Let the energy flow through you. Do not resist its power. It does not take long to control you, but it only wants to help us.
The hate flow through you.
Vistan Yorog. Spine's words spark something in the wall. Energy flows from Spine to you to the heart of the creature stuck in the wall. The area around you begins to shake and the rock features on the ceiling and floor completely break apart and begins to fall. Spine's feet begin to shift as the rock underneath both of you try to push you backwards, but he doesn't let it. All three of your cores begin to glow, and streams of light begin to connect the three of you together. The lines around the creature begin to crack, and the walls begin to push it forward. But Spine's face shifts to be a slight angered expression, one that you haven't really seen him give at all before. He grips into the wall more, but his face jerks again, and very quickly the energy of flow stops, and both of you are flown away from the wall. Spine throws his hand back, and the wall begins to shoot forward, making both of you have a more pleasant ride to the ground than you would have originally.
Okay.
Spine sitting on the floor. Both of you are on the floor. His face is towards the ground. His expression is cold, but you see some signs of anger and disappointment shine through. He looks at the tips of his fingers, and you notice it as well, that the tips of them are charred a little bit, but you don't feel any pain. God damn it. Get the head.
What head?
My head, stone one, over there.
Okay. Do I see what he's talking about, or?
Yes, it's a bit hidden, but he points over to it, and you can see where it is.
I go and I grab it, and whenever I grab it, can I look at it and see what it is?
This stone head is of Spine's face. It has a cold expression, and it just stares forward. But he does look younger than he does now.
Can I tell how much younger, out of curiosity?
Not exactly, but it's been at least... He looks like maybe even a teenager in it.
Alright. I bring it over to him.
Keep it. You must go and put it back on its statue. On the way, figure out what you need to, and then follow the path. It will help not only you, but me as well. But in order to understand, you must gain a bit of head strength. No offense.
None taken.
He reaches into one of his pockets and then pulls out a small vial of a clean liquid and hands it to you.
Is it like a clear or clean? Because those
Clear.
mean two. Okay.
This potion will help you understand things better.
Do I drink it now? Or
Drink it when you feel you need it.
So, potion of get smarter.
It is called the potion of intelligence, so...
Oh, not far off.
how do I know when I need it?
Just give it time. This potion, I do have it written down, is very rare, and when you drink it, for the next 8 hours, you gain the ability to read and write, have +3 on intelligence saving throws and intelligence-based abilities, advantage on intelligence saving throws and intelligence-based abilities, remembrance of everything that happens to you within that time, and the ability to understand every language.
Shit, that's a lot.
Just remember, you're smart, you can read, you can understand every language. And you remember, good memory.
Good memory. Good.
Good.
Good. That's a very good.
Jesus Christ. Spine stands up and he takes off one of the beaded necklaces from his neck. This necklace was hidden under some of his clothing, so he couldn't see it at first. But this necklace has many blue small rocks, and inside of it has a rock with the shape of a heart in it. He takes your hand and opens your palm, and with one of his hands underneath yours, he takes his other and places the necklace into your hand and then closes your palm. When you accept the truth, put this on to prove to me you understand. Do not put it on unless you completely understand and accept what happened and what is going to happen. And that is an order.
And then they kissed.
That's what I thought whenever I saw Taco and Spine. But
yeah, same.
I won't even lie to you. That was my first thought. Was he puts his arm on his shoulder and then they kiss.
And then they kiss. Spine walks away, and from behind where he was, a small staircase leads up into the rock above.
Does he go up it, or does he just sit there at the...
He walks away from it.
So kind of telling me to go, pretty much.
Basically.
Okay. Sorry, Spine's really difficult to read sometimes.
That is the point.
Wait a second, this isn't D&D, this is homoerotic fanfiction.
Maybe you yourself and stay muted for the next 2 hours, okay?
Maybe not.
Go find a good book.
Yeah, go find a book, bro. Anyways,
Jeez.
what are you going to do, Harlow?
Being able to read privilege. I guess I start walking towards the staircase.
Okay. So, continue.
Before I walk up it, I'm actually going to stop at the staircase and turn around to look at Spine. And is he looking at me, or is he looking away?
he kind of slowly shifts between you and the blade, but when he sees you've stopped, he looks up at you.
I'm not going to let this revolution continue if people are going to just do this.
Understood.
I'm not going to stand idly by.
You have your father's blood.
I wouldn't know.
You will soon.
If you figure out who did that to him, let me know, and I will join that fight in a heartbeat. As I turn back around and start walking up the stairs.
Okay. So as you walk up the stairs, it eventually leads to just a straight path forward. And with you alone in a hallway that has no torchlight, you are just left to your own thoughts. And from behind you, you can hear an extra set of footsteps. You whip around and you see yourself. This one, instead of having one ordinary expression, seems to hold many emotions than one normally would.
I kind of just ignore it and start walking.
As you keep walking, you hear it slowly begin to sob behind you.
I just again choose to ignore it and continue walking.
Okay. So, as you reach the end of this very, very trying walk for you, you see an opening, and a very large one at that. It almost looks like it's an opening to a large museum with walls made of smooth stone and pillars and a doorway that's 20 feet high. And just from this, you see many things from the outside. You see maps, different texts, statues, passages, chandelier lights. And because they are lit, you can assume someone has probably been there before. And you see an arrow on the floor guiding what would be a visitor in a direction that emulates a timeline of events.
All right. I guess I am going to go up and see where it starts at least.
It starts sort of, there are 5 major parts to this, and it starts the statue. There's a visual of a statue, and it has the statue of the burrowing blade digging out different passageways, and there is text underneath it that you cannot read.
I guess I'm like, is it? By the way, it's an echo that's with me, right? That I'm just clearing that up.
There is.
Okay, so I'd say that because I was asking because I was genuinely curious. Don't want to fake Harlow. Anyways, 2 is the most. 2 is allowed. 3 is a crowd. But
right.
I guess I'm going to probably reach into my pocket, not even in my backpack. I doubt he put it in his backpack, and grab the vial that Spine gave me and kind of just look at it for a moment and just think and look back at it. I'm just gonna drink it.
You drink the potion, and immediately your vision gets blurry, but as you blink a few times and it clears, all of a sudden you just kind of look around you in pure shock and a little bit of fear of wait, I can read, wait, what does that say? Oh my god, I can read that, I understand this! And you get a little confidence boost.
Harlow tries to fix glasses that aren't there.
Yeah, you rub your eyes a bit and squint at it and you're like, huh, this is pretty nice.
I might have to learn this. But I'm gonna read it now.
Okay. So the first step in this timeline, the text reads 90,000 to 40,000 BCR. The burrowing blade dug out the tunnels of the underground for a place to live. The creature lived here all the way until people found out about the underground's location.
Is that all? Or
That's all on this part.
I know. I guess I like go and walk and move to the next part.
So the visual for this one, you see a drow goblin, hobgoblin, and yuan-ti-like figure holding weapons to the burrowing blade, and the drow is on top of the burrowing blade, and the burrowing blade itself has an axe dug into its back and is laying on the floor with its eyes closed. The text reads 30,000 BCR. After a long fight, the burrowing blade was struck down by people that lived in the caves. They inhabited the underground and wanted to make sure that the threat was dealt with. The burrowing blade died that day.
I go and walk to the next one.
The visual is of an empty cave with destruction everywhere and nothing in it. The text reads 29,000 BCR to 1214 ACR. Not long after the death of the burrowing blade, all the other creatures but the witchblade died as well because of the... And then there's a big chunk that's just carved out and there isn't anything there. After another part's carved out, no one lived there for over 30,000 years.
Just out of curiosity, with my big boy brain right now, could I tell how big of how much of the sentence is removed from it? Like, as in
you see that there's probably, it could be maybe even up to a paragraph for the first one, and then the second one is probably maybe one word is the second carved out part.
I like having a big brain. Anyways, I guess I'm going to walk to the next one.
The visual is of a family of 4 creatures that look bunny-like but have a humanoid figure and are standing on 2 legs. There's a woman sitting on a throne that seems very royal, a man sitting on the armrest of this throne, a smaller bunny folk thing sitting in the woman's lap, and an elder man bunny folk that's standing behind the chair. And they're looking forward with a flat expression.
Are they looking at anything or
It's almost as if they're posing for a picture. Or a painting, I guess I should say.
All right. I walk to the next one.
Oh shit, I forgot to read it. Sorry, my bad. Okay, the text reads 1214 to 1294. In 1214, the Whitlock family, also known as the Burrowing Blade leaders, found the cave site and started their rule over it. They brought people and opened the underground for anyone that wanted to enter. After about 3,000 people entered, they closed the entrance for good with the Burrowing Blade's help, and began to cement everyone under to slavery. Over half the population died over the next 80 years of rule.
All right, I guess now I walk to the next one.
Right. So, the visual for this one is of a tall tiefling male with no head standing tall. He has a great axe with its head on the ground and the tip of it being like balanced on his palm. In his left hand, he's holding a cloth with a baby wrapped inside it, with a tiny bit of the forehead peeking out. Coming out of the cloth is a beaded necklace with a tiny stone heart in the center. Next to the tiefling is who you can recognize to be a younger version of Taco, with a scimitar in his hand. And Taco himself is smirking. The text reads 1294 to present. After a revolution ending in all the Whitlock's family death, a new ruler was elected, with a carved out name, Gresh. With the help of Taco Golding, both members killed the family and put together what is now known as the Underground. Blank name. Gresh is still in charge to this day, though Taco Golding is in charge of another aspect of the Underground. The Burrowing Blade went into hiding and hasn't been seen since. In 1299, Spine took in a son from the overworld. Though the name was never given to anyone but the highest official, what is known is that the baby is a male, a half-orc of some kind, and is no longer with blank Gresh to the present day.
Da-da-da.
Plot thickens.
Well.
Thicker than a bowl of oatmeal.
Well, that's interesting. Is there anything else in this place, or because I believe that you said that was only 5, right?
The time of events was only 5.
What's past it?
That's it on this wall, but the other wall just has different artifacts. It has a map of the world, and it has different things talking about the different tribe leaders as well.
Using my big, very galaxy brain that I have right now, can I go over and look at these different things?
Yes. Give me a tiny bit of second.
Harlow's about to be a fucking smart boy. He's going to have lots of information.
Yes, this is just a general information on each of the tribes. And Jesus Christ, I did not have the right thing open. Okay. It's the thing that would probably be the most important, other than the paragraphs of text written, are the tribe blade leaders. Under each of them is a picture of what the blade itself looks like and a picture of the leader as well. I will send all of you that in a bit, but not right now because I don't want to. So just a description. The Burrowing Blade has Sol Whitlock as the main leader, and it is a bunny girl who looks similar to the one that was sitting in the chair in the 4th part of the timeline. The Cloud Blade leader has Cammy Wolk, who you've met before. The Coil Blade has Z Katz, who seems to be a woman that's on the more fishier side with tentacles as hair, with a giant spear. The Iron Blade leader, Iger Ashfold, and he seems to be more of the robotic sense. The Mirage Blade leader, Festus Lightfoot, who is a very sexy woman who looks to be elven.
Harlow doesn't look at people as sexy, so he doesn't see it as sexy.
Damn. The Pine Blade leader, Dentro Presley, who also seems to be on the more robotic side, but has nature basically growing out of him. The Shira Blade leader, Omega Phantom, which seems to be probably of an undead origin. You see bones for tail and horns. The Star Blade leader, Duke Stalford, who seems to be kind of similar to Cammy. It's a man who seems older than Cammy was, and he also has wings. The Torchblade leader, Fu Griffin, who is the mixture of something that is not in this world and something that could be seen. And the Witchblade, which has that leader completely broken out of the wall, and you can't see it.
Dang.
And etched next to it is the Mountain Blade, but it does not have a leader's name.
All right. Just so you know, I'm not going to remember any of these, so
it's fine. I'll write it down, but I'm not going to do it yet. Someone's probably written it down already.
I'm not gonna lie, I was expecting you to write it, so I didn't.
That's okay. I was gonna write it after the section.
You kept going in and out for me, so if you weren't, I was gonna go back into the what you post to write it all down.
Nah, it's okay. Do you want, because it does have a description on each of the tribes, but is there any that you want a specific, if you want to look into specifically? Because if not, I'm not going into all of them.
I mean, if you want to ask something about the iron blades, I wouldn't complain about you asking something about
that. It's funny. The only one that I cared about isn't there, so I don't care. The only one I cared about doesn't have a name, so.
What, the Witchblades?
No, Mountain Blades.
The Mountain Blades? Oh, it has a description. It just doesn't have a leader to it.
Sure. What's the description of the Mountain Blades? Because Harlow would be interested in that one, so he'd probably read it, skim through it at least, get the gist.
Okay, so the basic things that you figure out is that the Mountain Blades have not been around for very long. They've been around for maybe 600 years. They do not gift an exact leader, but there are multiple people that have risen to power, sort of like its own economy sort of thing. The Mountain Blades are the wielders and the foragers of this land. They saw themselves to not be fit with any of the existing blades and decided to come together and create something strong enough to test some of the strongest blades that already existed. And it says, requirements to join, you must have knowledge of melding weapons, and you have to endure a strength test and a survival skill. And to join, you have to go to the base of the mountains, and find the hidden door. Show your worth, and the Mountain Blades will come and talk to you. The symbol is a mountain and a sickle. The rarity to find them is rare. The aggression level of them is maybe about a 7 out of 10. And the reputation for them is amazing.
Okay. Real quick, so it's about the same amount of information for each of them, I assume.
I can ask. I can tell all of them if you want, but I don't know if you want that.
No, so because you said that I remember information while I'm affected by the potion, right?
You remember everything that you see.
We just do a little bit of a thing where I read it, but you don't have to read it out loud to me. But if I ask information that would have been on there, then can I know that? Can we just do that instead?
I don't want. Yes, you could say the blades you want information about.
Okay. Can I just? I'll just read. Yeah. How long would it take? Using my galaxy brain, how long would it take me to read all this?
Well, because your galaxy brain, you don't read that slowly, so it'll probably take maybe 15 minutes to read all of it. Maybe 30 if you take your time.
No, I'm gonna just speed through it. But can I just read all of them then?
Yeah.
My amazingly big brain, I know.
If you speed through, you won't exactly remember everything into much detail, but you can get a basic description on all of them.
I just want a basic idea of everything. I don't need like exact details. I just want a basic idea of everything.
You can get that.
All right, but then, what else was here? Actually, again, sorry.
Other than that, there are just artifacts roaming around, including some items from the tribe leaders and even some items from Spine, but you don't even know that. It just says Spine's blank, but it doesn't look like something he'd actually have.
With the Spine stuff, like what items are they?
The items that are supposed to be his are just different weapons and maybe even like a diary of something, but it seems way too vague to be anything specific.
Okay. Is there like anywhere else to continue walking, or?
No, the rest of it has been caved in.
All right. Thinking.
Do you remember what you came here for?
No, I don't. Out of character, I don't.
Well,
Harlow probably would have paid, but I don't.
You're supposed to take Spine's head and put it back on his statue.
Oh, well, you didn't just. Well, I figured that like I knew I was supposed to do that, but like you didn't say that it didn't have a head, so I like was
yes,
like,
I did.
I don't. Okay, I don't remember that, but anyways, I'll go put it on his head.
Jesus Christ! I said a tiefling with no head. I didn't think I'd have to say his name to get your brain going.
Sorry.
So no head.
Yeah, literally, you have to give him head, bro.
No, I have to give him. I have to get him to give it. I have to get him to give himself head.
Sure, you're just the messenger. You're the messenger of the head, but not actually the head giver.
Oh my god!
You don't give the head. I'm sorry.
No head.
Okay, so you put Spine's head back on the statue. And Spine's head, as I said before, has a stone cold expression. But when the head is placed back on its body, the cracks from where it was broken off fill itself in, and the expression shifts slowly to being expressionless, to having mild amounts of joy. You see that his face has a slight smirk as he stares off into the distance with a heroic attitude. And as his head completely stops shifting, you see that words that were once blocked off begin to meld back into word in the text again. And the then carved out name now reads Castius Gresh's Rule.
Whatever that means. Yeah, whatever that means. I was sitting there like, but in my head I was just like, what does that mean?
This air going through the ears right now.
Literally.
Anyways, because weren't there a couple things that were like you said there was a paragraph and then one word that was.
And the text now just reads, after a revolution ending in all the Whitlock family's death, a new ruler was elected. Castius Gresh, with the help of Taco Golding, both members killed the family and put together what is now known as the Underground. Castius Gresh is still in charge to this day, though Taco Golding is in charge of other aspects in the Underground. Yada, yada, yada.
All right. I don't think there was anything else I could do here. Correct?
Not that you were told.
Okay, I'm gonna walk back then. Because you said there was a cross blocking, and I think I did what I was supposed to. I think I did all of it you wanted me to, at least.
Mm-hmm. From behind you, you hear barking in the distance.
Turn back around.
You turn around to see Casca running towards you. His tail is wagging, and as he gets up to you, he rubs his leg against you. He rubs against your leg. Jesus Christ, I can't read.
He rubs his leg against.
Yeah, I said that. I read that wrong. That's on me.
I would actually like to quickly. Can I quickly cast Speak with Animals?
Mm-hmm.
What do you want?
Do you accept?
Also, Harlow probably never spoke to him.
Nope, not yet. Do you accept, my master?
I accept him how?
Do you accept in the truth? What happened before? What happened is going to happen? Do you accept?
I think I get it. And while I may not understand it completely, I think I accept it at least.
He jumps up on you and starts licking your face and like pushes you to the ground, basically.
These noises genuinely come out of Harlow.
You see Casca start to just sniff around and just say, "What about the necklace? What about the necklace? The necklace."
I reach into my pocket and I'm going to put on the necklace.
Casca jumps off of you, causing you to kind of groan again because it's directly on your neck, and he starts to just sprint running back down the hallway.
I mumble under my breath, "Fucking dog," and I start running after him.
I know I know Harlow isn't a dog person.
Yeah, no, he isn't.
I mean, he fucked a cat, so that could probably say something.
Hey.
No, he fucked a tabaxi. A tabaxi and a cat are two different things.
I'm sorry. So what are you gonna do?
Can I just run after him?
Yeah.
See where Casca goes. It's funny because the echo is probably not going to be able to keep up because it only moves at 30 feet. I move at 40, so it's eventually gonna.
Yeah, he's still.
Probably.
Yeah, he's crying, but as you get far enough away, he kind of just disappears.
Well, I didn't pay attention to it anyway, so.
That's okay, because I didn't either. You start chasing after Casca, and he's barking and just hauling ass down this hallway. And eventually, you reach back up to the area with the blade in the wall, which, if you haven't put two and two together before, is in fact the burrowing blade.
No, I did put two and two together.
Great.
Funny thing is, I put that together before that was even hinted at.
Well, even better, your big brain, bro.
Harlow didn't. Harlow now having a big brain is like, oh.
But you enter, and you just see a note on the floor, and Spine is not there.
What?
What? Where's it at? Or what does it say? Where's it at?
The note.
What's going on?
The note just says, "I'm glad. I truly am. Please exit the same way you exited before."
In the same place that we got in here through originally? or the place that I just came back from. I don't know how this place works. This place works in weird ways.
Well, as soon as you exit, the wall behind you closes, and you are asking a note, or the dog, I guess.
No, I was asking you. I was asking you if there was.
It just says exit the same way you exited before.
Like when we were stuck there before?
Or like...
See, that's what I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to figure out if it's the same way that we got here before, or the same way that I got in here. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
The way you exited before. You've not exited this place since you came here. He didn't say go back the way you came. He said exit like you said before.
Hey,
Your big
that's enough out
brain
of
is
you.
failing you, Val.
Yeah, I go over to the to where I exited before.
Okay. So you stand the same place you exited before, and for a moment you can almost see an image of the past, of the beholder lying dead on the floor and Virtue over Otto's dead body. But as soon as you blink again, it goes away. Casca stands next to you, barks twice, and you begin to rise once again, as you did after losing a quote-unquote friend of yours.
In the background is just Rock Crusher hacking up the beholder.
Yeah, that's literally what it's like.
He's just having a great time. It looks really out of place.
I have that exact image in my head, dude. That's kind of funny.
Oh, you guys busy? Oh.
Oh, fuck, Otto's dead. Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow, he died.
Oh, damn, when did that happen? Shit, I'm sorry, bro.
Oh, shit. That's rough, guys.
Just Otto's dead. Oh, guys, look, I got a skull.
Look how big it is.
That's so terrible, but it's funny.
Okay, so now, with all of that, let's move over to the other three. How's it going, guys? It's been like an hour.
It's all right.
I generally thought session was going to end because I thought it was going to be longer, not going to lie.
Yeah. It wasn't
Same.
just because I feel I'm just so nice, you know?
Yeah,
we get some action. It's a miracle.
Harlow's got to get his time in the sun.
Of course,
could see Virtue probably after an hour of watching this performance, was just like leaning against stuff. I'm guessing Rock Crusher and Cass are next to Virtue, right?
Yes, I assume.
I assume they didn't. They weren't just like, all right, Virtue, we're leaving you alone. Bye.
It just goes like to the opposite side of the place.
They're like, oh, okay.
Virtue is Toby.
Anyway, who were you leaning on? You were saying.
You know, I was just kind of thinking. Like, who should I lean on?
Need somebody to lean
If you
on.
flip a coin, you should flip a coin for this.
Flip a coin. Okay, fine.
Well, the real question is Virtue going to lean against the person that they just met or the person that they've known? That's kind of bad that you're even debating.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Damn, Rock Crusher, you should feel bad. You should feel.
I feel hurt. I feel let down.
Stop it!
Rock Crusher, you know what? I'd lean against you. I'd lean against.
I just lean against Rock Crusher.
Thank you. Appreciate that one.
Anyway, Bird, you probably just be leaning against Rock Crusher, kind of just like looking around, bored.
Yeah, I get it. I feel it.
We've been sitting here for an hour. My ass hurts. I want to leave.
I wonder if Hollow's doing anything interesting.
Probably more interesting than us at the moment.
Yep.
Yeah, why are you still here? I thought you were just, like, got stuck in prison with us.
Why would I be stuck in prison?
You know, when we sort of got turned to stone.
I think
we both would have been in prison, so if you're not in prison, I shouldn't be in prison. It seems only fair.
You guys keep talking. I will be right back.
Okay. I think after saving each other from, well, at least I saved you from Stone and then everyone else, I think it was kind of a bonding experience, a strange one, but a bonding.
Yep, yeah, it was. It was an odd one. I think I've had Not the worst experience I've had with people, but it's interesting.
Yep, interesting. That's how I would describe it.
Yeah.
I will say I fully expected Rock to say, "I wonder if Harlow's doing anything plot relevant."
Breaks fourth wall.
He doesn't do Rock. You do it way too often for it to like.
But
like
it's
to the point where whenever you don't do it, it kind of scares me.
Getting too into character.
Do you think this is obviously this just is entertaining everyone, but I don't think these people have seen many performances.
Very entertaining.
Yes, very.
Anyways, I do want to leave at some point. My ass hurts.
Yeah, please get me the fuck out of here. This place is hell.
I don't know. I don't know if we're allowed to leave.
Okay. Jeez. Okay.
I would like to leave.
Okay, shut the fuck up!
That is musical.
Harlow figures out who raised him. You guys are like, I wanna go home.
I'm tired of this bullshit.
I want to nap.
You don't sleep.
I can't sleep.
Okay.
I will say real quick. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Whenever you were like, yes, and he was holding a half orc, and I was like, oh my god, he wasn't my brother, he was my father.
Exactly.
I am your father.
So technically, Pipe is your granddad.
It's like, you killed my father. No, I am
your father.
So I was just sitting in the background when Rock said, and then they kiss, saying like, oh, just you wait.
Oh, no, okay. That's suddenly that doesn't work as well.
Sweet home Alabama.
Oh god.
Okay. You guys, you really need to get some positivity in your system after either a very boring, very engaging, or very sad moment. But up to you for however that was. After an hour of complaining, the performance finally stops, and the performer goes back into the winner's cave, and everyone is slowly ushered out of the Dusk Bowl. And you guys are almost crying of excitement to get up and get the fuck out.
Like we're like speed walking, pushing people aside, be like, let us out, let us out.
Get on my goddamn way, like please.
Rock Crusher's back almost gives out on him.
Virtue is just walking behind Rock Crusher because obviously he clears the path.
Spine.
Spine.
Rock probably push everybody out the way.
You say spine.
Spine?
No, that's spine.
Shoving everybody out the way.
My spine, not your spine.
Whenever like Rock Crusher's pushing his way through, Virtue's gonna be walking behind him, just like letting him do all the work.
We'd all be behind him, letting him do the work.
Well, I'm sort of just limping.
Yes, we're gonna have the limping old man push people out the way.
Virtue would be walking next to Rock Crusher, helping him walk through.
He needs to see a chiropractor.
Oh, we hear from someone who's just, he needs to see a chiropractor.
I think he has scoliosis.
So if someone gets in the way, Virtue's just like, alright, out the way. Come on, Rock Crusher.
He needs some milk.
Shut the fuck up. Okay. Well, fine. Speaking of Rock Crusher, from as soon as the crowd dissipates to their own sections of the underground and everything sort of goes back to quote unquote normal, though people aren't talking, they're kind of sad. Some people are like tearing up, but they aren't fully crying because they get yelled at and bullied if they start tearing up. And as everything sort of calms down, no matter where you are, where are you headed? Fine, let's do your stuff before we get to me. I promise. Sorry, my bad.
We were just sort of
at this point, we're kind of just we're kind of wandering around, just talking shit about the performance.
Yeah. God fucking damn it, Jester.
I've seen better people.
just a fucking blue.
Okay, so a few things are going to happen. So as you pass by a pretty vacant area of the underground, no one's in it, you see the wall open and Harlow gets spit out.
Oh.
Yo!
Have a fun time.
I've had better times.
The only
Fair
thing new is you can see he has a pretty necklace on. Oh.
Might want to hide that so no one takes it.
Pretty necklace, dude.
Well, if they try to take it, I'm gonna break their hands. So, I mean,
God forbid
Okay,
they do
yeah.
it stealthily.
Yeah, that's Harlow.
how was the performance?
Oh, it was
Did it?
dog. It was bad.
I kind of wish I'd went with you.
Mm.
That's how bad it was,
Well,
and I don't know you.
Well, I'm glad you didn't. So.
You know that.
Well, I'm sure you probably haven't had any sort of massive revelations about your past while you were away.
I can read now for like another 7 hours.
You can't read? You couldn't read?
Yeah. Have you looked at where I grew up? Shut your mouth.
Yeah, it's not like a studious place.
I would think like they would know like some words at least. Like it's just
No.
Is it that bad? Damn.
Yeah.
I can speak. I just can't write.
Well,
those are two different things. Obviously you can speak, dude.
If you couldn't speak, I would be
concerned. I would think you're deaf.
Well, I know some people just don't have a lot to say.
Yeah,
fair enough. Well, that's right. What should we do now that we have Harlow kind of coming out?
Where were you? Did you get any news?
I saw. I went and saw. Is there anybody around? Because if there's a lot of people around, I'm not saying because people are going to look at me.
There's no one in the hallway that you're in.
Okay, I was talking to Spine.
Oh.
Where
Did it go well?
I mean, I learned a lot. I'm smart right now, I think.
Okay.
But, I guess Spine raised me. That's fun.
Oh.
Oh, so it was like that. It was like a Darth Vader moment.
That's interesting.
No, I'm so smart that I know pop culture references right now.
Read into the future of media.
Like, oh, I love that movie. I'm kidding.
So.
Well, that's sweet.
Yeah, I don't know what to think about it, but at least I know, and I mean, it's not the worst person I could have as a father or trainer, whatever you want to consider him. I don't know. I don't think he's my dad, but I would hope
just someone who raised you.
But
it's a strange thing to find out.
Yeah.
Father is subjective. Anyone can be your father, just doesn't have to be biological. So it really depends on you.
He could be your father, but is he your daddy?
No, I'm not so sure.
I don't even want to know.
Nope.
I've heard that been yelled before, like in halls here. Like, what does it mean?
No.
You should.
I got this. Oh, Kat's gonna hold up her hands and be like, "I got this. I got this."
No.
Harlow, I'm gonna text you something right now. Okay.
Oh no, Claire! I was thinking about making that joke. Claire, hold up, Claire. I was thinking about making that joke. Don't you dare, Claire! I avoided it. I avoided saying that. Don't you dare! Don't do it, Claire.
I'm gonna look to Virtue and be like, I got this. Like look to Virtue, to Harlow and be like, is it?
You have to say
really
it, bro.
want to know the term. Do you truly want to learn the term of it?
Gonna cover Cass's mouth. Like, no.
I'm going to. I'm going to lick their hand. Like,
I don't care. I don't care. Virtue ain't
fine,
good.
I'm gonna bite you then. I will bite.
How are you gonna? You know how difficult it is to bite somebody's hand while their hand is over your mouth.
Well, if I pull away and then lunge forward with my teeth out, then it's not that hard.
I'm pressing my hand against your mouth. I'm not letting you go away.
Virtue.
Okay, fine.
You sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand.
Harlow,
Okay.
say the line. I swear to.
Okay, we got. Not liking my odds here. Dex is a plus
Look what you
3.
did.
That's a 15.
I didn't do anything. You know.
What?
Henry did this. Rock Crusher didn't do
15.
anything.
15. Cass. Roll. Shit.
Maybe strength? I don't know.
I guess also a sleight of hand.
Cool.
To dart away.
Sleight of mouth.
Sleight of mouth.
Sleight of mouth. Wouldn't I technically be like trying to dodge out the way?
Yeah, sleight of hand.
If you want to do it that way, it'd be a dex save.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Oh, okay. Do it. Go ahead. Roll a dex save.
Okay.
A death save.
Not a death save. A dex save. I didn't pronounce the X.
That's a 7.
Oh, damn. You win, Virtue.
Yeah!
Cass tries to pull away.
She doesn't look amused.
Cass tries to pull away, but then your mouth follows as well. So she just...
You mean hand?
Hand. That's what I mean.
They're kissing.
Not
They're kissing.
mouth. Oh, God.
No.
Their mouth is falling as well. They're just kidding. There's only one way to shut you up.
I would beat the living shit out of Virtue, no.
Virtue would be disturbed.
Got a cold sweat going here.
Yeah. No. I know that. I heard Opie say it once, but I don't know what it is. So.
No. You don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
You just see Cass try to like move her head away, be like, God, I want to answer this.
Rock Crusher, if you say anything, I swear.
Rock, what is it?
No.
I mean, you brought it up.
It's a regional term. You know, you wouldn't get it. It's an inside regional.
Yeah.
Well, I'm pretty sure I would get it. I mean, I'm pretty smart right now.
No.
It's an iron-blade thing. It's an iron-blade thing.
Using my vast intellect, do I know what daddy means?
Roll a history.
So that's where the session's going.
Remember, you get a +3 to whatever you already have, and advantage on an intelligence based.
Hey, if you go into the dictionary, daddy is the oldest, best, or biggest example of something. Or one's father.
It is a 16, by the way.
Damn, you're still low as hell. It is...
That was a 14 with a +2. So.
You with this potion, you get a +3 to that and advantage. Did you not hear what?
Yeah, I know. I did apply them both.
Damn, that sucks. Anyways, sorry. You know from your vast knowledge that you've gained that not only is daddy a term that can be used for one's father figure, but also in recent times and specifically in the year 2020 and like the 2010s of some kind. They start to use it for other terms in other ways, mostly sexual, which is why people are slowly starting to not use the term daddy whenever it's a child-father situation because they get confused.
I was just referencing Guardians of the Galaxy.
Harlow is like staring at
you guys are the ones with weird potty brains.
Harlow is like looking up at the ceiling, like stroking his chin, thinking for a minute, and goes, "Oh, man, this potion helps. I need to like."
Cass is just like tapping Virtue's arm, being like, "Can you like now move away from me?" Like,
Virtue looks at Cass. Are you gonna be good?
Yes, because I can speak with a hand.
You
over
can
my
nod
your
head.
Nod.
She's just glaring, and she's just like, and just like gives a small nod.
Virtue, let's go.
Asshole.
I know.
At least you admit it.
Nice. Is there anything you guys want to do? I mean, I'm smart right now, so I'm kind of enjoying that, but...
I mean, there's not much we can do. This whole place seems to be really gloomy at the moment, so...
I mean, we could take advantage of the gloom.
What?
You're right.
Potentially put down a revolution.
See, Rock has great ideas.
Well, here's my thing.
I'm full of good ideas.
Well, here's my thing. If they want to put down a revolution, they, take down Spine, they're doing a kind of poor piss job of it, considering they just killed a very important person that everyone liked.
Well, see, that's the thing about revolutions, is they're very rarely are they well planned.
Well, this one is piss poor planned.
Actually, I've been wanting to ask this, Claire. While the jester was performing, did he turn into anyone that could match the description that Pipes told us, the very vague one?
Of the thing? The person?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh.
Okay. Interesting.
It also...
Potential.
Do we have to go hunt down a jester?
I will say, it also turned into the form of a man with no face.
God fucking damn it.
Oh my god!
Stupid fucking bug.
Cass is just not an understanding, just like, oh, no face, that's weird.
It didn't give away anything, but that did happen.
Virginia sees it and is just like, Did I get away from him?
But Rock, I figured, seeing as me and you are very good and have proven at being good at putting down groups of people at once, I figured like you could maybe help me out with that. You two can help too, I don't care, but just don't.
I'm down for a distraction.
Oh yeah, I'm game. I'm always game.
I just preferably we don't burn this place. I actually care a little more about this place, so
I don't think you could burn this place.
It is
most of you could. You can burn it. You can do anything.
I think it's more metaphorical.
Alright, well, that's fine. Well, what did you have in mind?
Well, personally, it seems like Keith is the one that's leading it.
Something of murder?
If you take out the head, then the body dies.
That is true.
Well, shall we go find this Keith?
So, are you suggesting we talk to,
Yes, talk to.
Talk to?
Talk to.
I say this is going to be fun.
Keith? Or...
I mean, he lost all... I lost all faith in him after the revolution he started killed Pipe, so...
Yes, perhaps we could talk to him at first, try to get some answers before we resort to any violence.
Yes, I agree, Virtue. Let's talk to him.
Let's actually talk before we do that.
Yes.
I say...
Cass was trying to speak. Yes?
I say that we lean to speak first, but if nothing happens, we could go a slightly rougher route.
Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking.
If he doesn't speak, hit hard. Rock he looks like he can hit hard. That should be interesting.
He does.
On occasion, I have been known to hit things hard.
I've seen your fight, and I've seen how you and Harlow fight, so it should be interesting.
Oh, we have a heading. Let's find Keith.
To Keith?
To Keith.
For Keith.
Find him.
So, you begin...
Also, I'm not doing the talking. I was going to say something real quick, but...
Go ahead.
I'm also not talking to him. If I talk to him, I'm going to stab him. So,
Okay.
how about I can speak with him if you want. Try to.
I kind of wanted to do that.
How about we both talk?
Yeah, let's do
Good,
that.
a good cup, bad cup. Like just like you and me did, Rock Crusher.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't think I should be doing a good cup.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll be the good cop, and then the
I
two
was
bad.
gonna. Yeah, we could. One good cop, two bad cop.
I'm okay.
what's a cop?
What?
A guard.
Good.
Think of a
Good
guard.
guard,
Smart, Brad.
Good.
Smart right now.
Good guard, bad guard.
Yeah, that. Let's go find Keith.
Okay.
Claire, I want to say something really quick. I like to imagine that because Harlow and Rock are so strong, they can punch through the fourth wall.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ.
Yep, canon.
Punches through the screen.
Okay.
Mid
Harlow's just
transition.
smart enough to realize he can do it.
Mid
Okay.
transition. I'm quickly gonna nip to the toilet, so don't do anything important.
Fuck, man. Okay. Then we
Hey,
wait.
sorry.
While we wait, Claire, I did ask you a question. I don't know if you saw.
What?
I asked you a question in chat in DM. I don't know if you saw.
Oh, sorry. My DMs are muted right now. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
Hold on.
It was
While
very,
we're waiting, we could
small,
always,
small question.
while we're walking, we could always just do a walk and talk while we're waiting for Rock and just say he's quiet in the corner.
They do say you can't choose your father, but you can choose your daddy. I don't know where I heard that, but a wise man said that.
Wise man.
Please never say that again.
So, Virtue, where are you from?
Huh?
Where are you from?
That is an interesting question. Mostly because it's...
Where are you
It's
from?
complicated.
I'll answer the question if Virtue answers.
It's complicated in the sense that it's more of an outskirt than anything. I wasn't really raised in a specific area. It was more unclaimed.
Ah. Alright, so let's narrow it down to where did you live before you came here? I assume you live somewhere now.
I lived at the Evergreen.
Huh. I've never personally been there, but... Elktorn. I was raised in Elktorn, but had to leave due to complications.
Okay, sorry. I'm good. Okay.
What were you gonna ask? What were you gonna say, Virtue?
I just said interesting.
I was gonna say something, huh?
No, I was gonna make a side note and just make a joke, and I was gonna go, I wonder where Rock grew up.
Like, turns to Rock, where did you grow up?
In a cave.
Oh, no shit, Sherlock. Like, is there a certain area, like, does it have a name?
It might, but I don't know it.
Is that looking towards
fair
me?
enough.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, Claire sounded so upset.
She just sounded disappointed.
When am I ever disappointed in you?
Always.
Love you too.
I'm never ever disappointed in you. What are you talking about? You know what? You know. Okay, I'll send it to you.
Thank you.
Rock punched through the fourth wall to ask Claire where he grew up.
Looks up into like the stone sky and be like, God, where am I from?
Where did I grow up?
What was my life like?
Too bad I can't read anything on this goddamn map. I'm just gonna guess about what that says because it's small.
With that potion in my system, like, am I smarter than anybody in the party right now? Actually, I'm curious.
We have a +5. Well, plus
+5 then.
You have plus
yeah.
2 because you've all had a -1, so you have +2 right now, and advantage.
What? Smarter than me.
Or equal.
No, smarter than me. I have a +0.
What is virtue's intelligence?
Probably the highest.
Let me look. Currently, it is 17.
Which is a plus.
Smart boy. Smart boy.
Does the spine accent.
Girl.
My constitution sucks, which is why I don't drink.
Nah,
Hey, Claire, how's my rat doing?
Dude, he chilling.
He's just been relaxing, enjoying the ride.
He's trying to eat a pebble on the ground. He's been trying at it like the past 3 hours.
Jesus Christ, if you're hungry, just say something. As I go into my bag and get like a small bit of food and just give it to him.
For some reason, I like to imagine Tiamat is like perched up on Rock's shoulder, like looking down, like what cats do whenever they're about to.
They're the devil.
Like
Dude, she is the devil eye towards this goddamn rat.
The same look that Rockcrusher gets in his eyes at the mention of gold and magic. It's the same that you currently see in Tiamat's eyes looking at that rat.
Yes. Okay. And by the way, if you ever want to mention something that your animals do, go for it, because I will 100% forget that you have animals at all. So.
Okay.
That's on me, not on you. Go ahead.
Probably gonna keep the rat on my shoulder after I look at Tiamat and be like, "Yep, nope, the rat's not staying on the floor."
Virtue would. I'm just gonna say Virtue goes up to Harlow, whispers something that y'all aren't gonna hear, and then let's move on.
Send it to me.
Harlow doesn't hear what we're doing. Oh my god.
Virtue, send this for me.
Anyways, how long does it take for us to find
Oh, how could I forget? So you guys start looking around for Keith. And while you are looking around, Taco comes up to you all, specifically comes up to Rockcrusher, and says, "May I have a chat with you?"
With me? Oh, me? Yeah, sure.
Okay. We can go.
What do you want?
Somewhere else, because I don't know if you'd want your other friends to hear about it, so.
Preferably somewhere nearby.
I'm not gonna hurt you. That is past me. I would not do that sort of thing. I would definitely lose in a fight with you. I just want to talk.
Emboldened by that statement, I'll go along.
You just feel better after being told that you win in a fight.
Yeah.
Okay. So you don't go very far away. You just go to a side hallway that's like out of earshot, but if you ran fast enough, you'd definitely be able to get to him. And Taco, he just puts his hands over his eyes and starts rubbing at them. It's like, how did you meet Harlow? What happened after? I just want to stay in the loop, you know?
Oh, well, between the two of us, it all started one day when one of the individuals, currently not with us at the moment, kicked in my fucking house. Yeah, there I was, in the woods, enjoying,
Oh, how did you get into the woods? I don't remember that.
I was just,
Yes, I know.
prolonged, enforced vacation.
Of course, I'm sorry. Continue, my apologies.
None taken. Yeah, and then one of them kicked in my door, and I thought, you know what, living in the woods is kind of boring. Fast forward, and here we are.
Has it happened? Have you repeated the past yet? I'm being as vague as I can for people that have omniscient voices listening to us, so.
I mean, there is the other channel, because I have no idea what you're talking about.
My Jesus Christ. Okay. We could just head there really quick. I'm going to pause the video for this bit.
Oh, they're back. They're back.
What the fuck are you guys talking about?
Oh, no, we were just
nothing,
making jokes.
What are you? What are you?
Nothing. Yep.
Nothing.
Yep. You're just making jokes. Nothing.
Yeah, funny, huh?
Mhm.
Funny jokes.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Claire, I wanted to do something, but now I'm sad because I don't have the opportunity to do it now.
What? What are we gonna do?
Honestly, I was gonna put Beast Sense on Tiamat before you left. But
Oh, no, you weren't. That's my cat.
Do you understand how quickly we would have had another dusk battle moment?
You know what we were just exactly what we were just talking about would have happened.
Oh God!
If you had done that to my cat.
Oh my God.
Okay. Don't try me.
Anyways,
it's not like I'm hurting Tiamat. It's not gonna fucking hurt him.
Doesn't Tiamat become
It's a
blind?
violation
to
of
that?
privacy.
No. It makes me blind and deaf. I just can't hear what they say. But
you just tune into the animal's senses, but lose your own.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So Rock Crusher comes back. He seems a bit. How are you feeling, or what do you look? How are you doing?
Yeah, just a little on edge.
You good, big guy?
Yeah, I'm good. Nothing. Just difficult, awkward conversations. You know.
Oh.
I mean, hey.
You want to go stop a revolution?
Now that I'm game for. You know, Harlow, you always know how to cheer me up.
And then they kiss.
We think pretty similar.
And they kissed.
Well, let's start English. Let's start moving because I want to have some fun.
All right, it's time to do 2 bad cops, 1 good cop. Vastly outnumbered.
Too many cops.
The abusive cop.
So, where's Keith? Where are you looking?
Really, we're looking.
We're really gotta look at the Harlow for that question.
We were the last to probably. Did we see him after the dusk school going in any specific direction, or was it kind of just like we only saw him coming in?
Yeah, you only saw him coming in.
Okay.
Can I do aerial reconnaissance?
Okay.
I'm just looking around, seeing if I can see.
Well, Rock Crusher is, flying around like the Batman he is. I'm gonna look at Harlow and be like, you know Keith. Unfortunately. Where would he be?
Where is he?
Other than Claire, Claire? Help.
Helping you.
Claire, help me.
Claire, do I know where he would be? Do I know where he might be?
I mean,
His most frequent
I'm gonna answer. He could be
Swear to God, if you say anywhere.
What?
I was gonna say, I swear to God, if you say anywhere, I'm gonna be mad.
I was thinking about it, but I didn't. He could be maybe in an area you would only get to while investigating. He could be in the housing grounds. He could be at the Dust Bowl still, marketing place, or that hole in the wall.
Yeah.
Anyway. I didn't
God
say
damn it.
I just didn't say
Generally, no idea. We could just look around and see if we can figure out, maybe ask around something.
I'm gonna have a look
And I will.
from an
start
aerial
to ask
view.
Well, is he popular? Do people know him by name, or should I explain how he looks?
Claire, do people know him by name actually?
He's that weird guy that got raised for nearly beating you. That's it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he just ask him about the guy that almost beat Harlow. Do that.
Okay.
Really, that's how he's known by? That's kind
Richie's just gonna start walking
that's
around,
stuff
looking
like
for
that goes
anyone.
around.
Anyone who looks like they might know something,
I'll probably do the same thing.
and not, drunk out their mind or.
Okay. Everyone, make an investigation check.
Investigation.
Yo, that ain't bad. Where's
That's
my?
a 9.
Where?
His investigation.
That's a 17.
9, 17.
That's a soft 20.
Soft 20.
I asked what investigation was.
Intelligence.
Yeah.
Intelligence.
Does that mean I get advantage on it?
It's an intelligence-based ability.
All right. That is a 19.
Okay, so 9, 17, 19, and soft 20. Okay, Cass, you look around but get distracted by your rat trying to steal someone's dagger.
Hey, yo, I'd encourage that. Be like, yo, go.
Yeah, but you get distracted and stop looking around. Rock Crusher, you take an aerial view and you see a few people that are out and about with their stop spine up with a revolution. I type big. And you don't
Commies.
you don't see Keith himself, but you just see all of like the major people that you could ask. Like you see Taco, Henny, Casca, the tiefling that was looking over you before. Harlow, you start looking in the other areas and start of like using your great brain. You start to just like cross out places that he hasn't been and places that he definitely wouldn't go to, and you can pretty easily solidify the idea that he probably isn't in any public place currently. And Virtue, you begin to ask around, and you know that he is talking to people not in a public place, but in places restricted for Class C, B, and A officials, which are not easily accessible in the underground.
Great.
And then you meet up. Go ahead.
Well, he's not where at least I could find him.
I definitely for shit.
Did your rat steal? Why does your rat have a dagger?
We won't question it.
Why does that rat have a knife?
I'm teaching him special techniques.
What are you teaching your rat?
Oh God.
To murder?
I'm just curious, are you sure your brain doesn't go off of special techniques?
Shut up, man. Calm down.
Alright, teper.
So
Cass. Have you figured out anything, Harlow?
Just that he's not somewhere out in the open.
What I learned was that he is in an area restricted for Class A, B, and one other I can't remember. C, thank you. A, B, C.
How did you forget that?
It's the alphabet. I think Harlow even knows these 3 letters.
It was said in a different order. You went like C, A, B, and I'm like, okay.
I said CBA because it's going up in rank.
Oh, you mix me up. Okay. A, B, and C.
Sorry.
I said, am I still rank C even though I've been gone?
You're rank D, Bucky.
That's not cool, but okay.
So
I'm an S class. I'm an S class citizen.
Exactly. Yes, you are.
and he's talking to people. That's all I was able to figure out.
Well, I doubt we'll be able to, get any of the needed ranks to find him.
I mean, if I had a rest, I could maybe sneak my way in.
I mean, if you can give me a description of someone you know is one of the higher ranks that could look like one of them, I'm just saying.
Oh, you can do stuff like that.
Oh yes, I can. As she kind of cracks her knuckles, being like, I can do that.
Though I think they have special, I don't know. It always seemed like the walls just opened for them. So I don't know if you could replicate that.
Oh,
how important is it to find this man?
I mean, we're stopping a revolution, so.
And do we have to do it quietly? Or do we not just sort of...
I mean...
Because, I'm very good at sort of breaking walls.
Ruck, do you have any way that you could fit into smaller spaces? I have an idea. You're just a little too big.
Yeah.
Can you, get a little smaller?
Not that I know of.
Because
I don't know.
I know of one place in which we could do it easily.
I mean, I could. Slightly. Depends on what you want.
Like, how small are we talking here?
Follow me.
Okay. Let's go.
And I'm gonna, Claire, do you know where I'm going? By any chance, or do I need to tell you where I'm going?
I have an idea, but not quite concrete.
I'm going to where my entrance to Ground Zero is.
Okay.
Ooh, that sounds interesting.
So, Cass, you said you might be able to do something. Like, how?
I can change my height, weight, and features, including my voice, hair, all that fun stuff. Physically.
Oh, yeah, that doesn't help Rockcrusher's situation, though.
No, it does not, but it does help with needing someone to change into...
I don't know, maybe Rockcrusher can just kind of shrink himself.
Can you, suck your gut in? Can you, suck it in?
Kind of
it's not going to make me 4 feet shorter.
Yeah, I think it's going to take him a little more than that. I hate this.
Bend your head down, put your arms
He has a horn.
Yep, no.
Squeeze your way in.
Harlow.
You can cover me in all the lube you want. It's not going to help.
I heard my name.
Yes, make an Arcana check.
I get advantage, and I believe. Right, Arcana is intelligence right now, wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's like, I get advantage.
Shut up.
Nerd.
Yeah, shut up. Natural 20.
Okay, continue.
I get advantage.
Hello, I'm smart.
Continue.
I have a galaxy brain. I'm as annoying as Penny.
Are we done mocking this poor man?
I can't do
Put the seed him in a bit, man. You can't do a person that can't fight back. That's my bad.
Okay,
Sorry for interrupting. Continue, please.
Go.
Claire, what do I know?
Well, you go to the hall.
Oh, I thought you were planning on telling me something about the Arcana.
I will eventually. Oh, Jesus.
How large is this hole?
It's about 5 feet wide.
Okay, so you could fit wide. I don't think you're 5 foot wide, Rockcrusher. How tall?
Upper echelons of 6 feet. I think close to 7.
We're able to fit in there, but I don't think about
how How tall?
He got wings and a tail, but
Yeah, I
Pull
suppose
them in.
the wings do make things a bit more difficult.
I think his wings might get like kind of hurt a bit. He's gonna have more back problems. He's kind of old.
Oh.
Okay, I've been asking how high it is.
Oh, how high is the hole?
Yes.
No, I don't know.
high?
What are you asking me for?
5
I don't know.
foot high, 5 foot wide.
Okay, so it's 5 by 5. Okay.
Okay.
Maybe you could crawl?
I could crawl.
Well, we don't need to go in there now, but I could try to talk to him about talking with me in there. And, that's a place where, people aren't exactly allowed in there, so...
Am I hearing a frame?
I mean, there wouldn't be anybody in there to, per se, say that we were in there,
Plausible deniability.
Okay. As you guys begin to make up a plan, at one point in time, Harlow just gestures or just like starts using hand signals because he's being very smart. He's turning into a speech. He's a debate personnel. He begins to...
Oh no, what do you think you're doing?
No, maybe. You just begin to like start gesturing. And when you gesture to the hole, you see the hole turn into, like the walls around the hole turn into liquid, and it just get wider and then solidify.
Wait, I'm gonna like reverse my hand motions, like do them backwards.
You reverse your hand motions, and you see the wall turn into a liquid form, but not move as much as it did before and solidify.
Virtue, no magic.
Oh! You're moving the wall.
Here, can I turn? I'm gonna turn to the other wall behind me. I'm gonna try to do the same motion.
Reggie's watching.
You do the same hand motion, and you see a small little hole that you could probably fit your pinky through, just form as it turns into liquid and solidifies.
Oh wow!
Are we Bravo, he can do this, but like, are we gonna...
I think it needs some work, but definitely, that's good. Good job.
So like, are we gonna... So what exactly are you doing?
Patting Harlow on the head. Good job.
Well done.
Good to know you can move rock.
Rock. You like know a little bit of magic, right? Can you teach me?
I maybe, I don't know. I don't really know how I know it. It just sort of happened. It's more of a manifestation of my physical will.
Was it whenever you went to business school? Do I need to go to business school?
No, that's the magic of macroeconomics, which is beyond even the smartest of us.
Perhaps I can teach you a little.
Okay, so what is our goal? Like our plan here?
Yeah, what's with the hole? What's important about the hole?
We get Henny to go through there, and we kill him in the place that that hole leads to. Makes sense.
Are we gonna drop? You gotta drop on Henny because, from the looks of it, he.
Or if you guys want to talk to him now, and then bring him in there.
Okay, I thought we were going after Keith. Where the Henny?
No, not Keith. I mean Henny. Sorry, for some reason my brain is mushy. The potion must be wearing off.
So we're 6 hours, but okay.
Yeah, my brain is slow. My brain's rejecting the potion. Sorry.
So we're bringing Henny or Keith.
Keith.
We're bringing Henny.
Yeah, Henny can go later. Like for now, we just stop our evolution.
We need permission before we grab Henny. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, so Keith first, then Henny. Jesus. Yes. Okay. How are we gonna get him in there?
I think we should probably just jump him in the streets.
What if I just put a liquid again?
The only way we're going to be able to jump in the streets without getting, in trouble is if maybe we have a whole distraction, maybe the whole street fight.
In trouble for what? He's leading a revolution.
Yes, but no one knows of it, I'm assuming.
Yeah, well...
How does no one know of it when people are in the streets screaming down the spot?
Yes, but are they saying, oh yes, Keith is doing the revolution? Like, do you hear that in the streets?
Probably not exactly Keith.
Well,
yeah, but he did say he was talking to people about it.
Yes, talking to people about it, but it doesn't mean
one thing these animals respect, and it's an overwhelming show of force. We just have to, beat the ever-loving shit out of him, and they won't touch us. Trust me, I know, I've done it before.
If we don't kill him, then technically we're not doing anything wrong.
So you just want to...
Can we just knock him out and have him for a bit?
Oh no,
that sounds fun.
I'm gonna kill him.
No,
how about this? We have
kill him so hard that no one wants to do anything about it.
Well,
no.
How about this, Rock? Why don't we have him
unconscious? What did they do whenever you bring him here? We
could just bring him here and then kill him. Like, he's unconscious, we drag him here.
Yeah, I mean, that works.
We're just gonna look at Rock and be like... Rock Crusher.
Let's get him.
Rock Crusher.
Yes.
Remember what happened in the streets? When you killed that guy?
Oh, yeah, well, I got arrested and escaped 5 minutes later.
Do you want that to happen again?
I mean, it was kind of fun.
Got out.
No.
I feel like I'm not going to let him out this time, though.
Yeah, they're going to put you under much higher security this time. Let's not test it, okay?
Well, as a revolution on, I think they've got better things to be dealing with.
I think a death of one person who probably doesn't mean too much is fine.
Let's go commit murder.
Let's go! I agree with Rock on this 100%.
Before that, just one tiny little detail. Harlow, again, sorry to keep you guys out of this. Harlow, in the back of your mind, you begin to hear someone just say, damn, I think I just shit myself. And then from in front of the hallway, you see someone holding your pants, running past it.
Oh, you can read mine now.
Okay. Rock.
Yeah.
All right, here. I think I can hear people's thoughts here. Think something. And I'm gonna Harlow does that thing that people do in shows where he looks at Rock and puts both hands on his head, and focuses.
Rock, what do you think?
He's finally lost it. Harlow has finally lost it.
Harlow, you don't hear what he's thinking of.
Damn. Wait, who is that guy? I can hear his thoughts.
Who says it was thoughts?
No.
Oh.
Maybe it's not.
Thoughts.
I still heard him. I heard him.
You heard him, for sure.
Can I go? Did he come out of the wall, by the way?
No,
is that what you said?
he ran past the hallway that you were in.
Oh, wow. Maybe
I don't think it'd be super hearing. You would have noticed that already.
This necklace. I have a feeling
Impression?
it's a necklace.
I don't think Claire would go as far as impressions.
Yeah, but I saw him run past, and I heard him say that he thought he shit himself.
You heard, I think I shit myself, and then he ran past.
Okay, well, I heard him say that he thought he shit himself, and then ran past.
Yeah, it wasn't simultaneously.
You're omniscient, then.
What's that?
Oh, wait, no, precognition. You can see the future. You can hear the future.
Or would we hear the past since it kind of happened?
Well, no, because he heard I shit myself. Then he saw a guy shit himself.
No, he saw a guy running with his pants.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We don't know if he thought he heard it and then he shit himself, or if he shit himself already a few hours ago and then Harlow just heard it.
I don't know. I got no idea.
Well, shitting yourself point blank.
Okay, now what?
I mean, did you guys see anybody else that might know where he is? Or
No.
See, I'm always game for mild, enhanced interrogation.
I agree.
I'm completely okay with that. Like, and you mean torture, right?
Wait.
Yeah. I mean torture. I'm just trying to
find him.
Sugarcoat things.
We're really jumping the gun here. We need to even find him.
Oh no, I meant torture a person to find out where he is.
Well, we know that he's in the walls talking to A, B, and C class people. If Harlow can figure out how to move walls a little more than a tiny hole, maybe we could get somewhere?
I could just dig. I could just dig through the walls. I can do that.
I don't think that would be appreciated.
Oh, Rock, can you give me a training arc?
Yep.
Oh god.
We have a Rocky free montage.
Rock and Rock Jr.
Yeah. Yes, eat Rocky. Rock free.
Well, does that mean we're gonna go back somewhere? Are we gonna stay here and have him practice more, or are we gonna head back and try to find Keith?
I don't know. What you guys want to do?
I'm of the impression that we should just sort of.
Why don't we just get a C class and just threaten them that if they don't get Keith first, we will tear their balls off?
I mean, we could always just wait and see. But
so what are we doing? Are we waiting and seeing? Are we digging through walls? Is there going to be a training montage? I'm lost.
I could try it. I could try and break through the wall.
Okay, so are we gonna?
I've seen him come and go from one place.
Have y'all not seen anyone use this type of magic to move stone before?
I mean, I think it's something more than just magic. I think
it's yes, but I think
something intrinsic to the people.
Specific.
I mean,
certain
he
areas
uses hand signals, so I think it might work. Who knows?
Well, how about we try in combination? Harlow does his magic. I punch the shit out, smack the shit out of the wall.
Well, if it's liquefied, what happens if he does it wrong and your fists end up in the wall?
We'll just mine him out.
All right.
Perhaps we could go to the place Rock Crusher saw them open the door, and Harlow can try the hand signals and see if it opens. Maybe it's specific areas, unlike just.
That's what I was thinking.
All right, we can do that. Let's get going then.
Rock Crusher, could you please show us where that was?
I showed them where it was, the one where I was doing my Batman thing and sort of saw where they went.
Okay. You go that way and start heading that direction.
I'm waiting for Henny to just pop out of nowhere.
You hear, excuse no.
Oh my god, I would have cried.
But we'll get to what happens with that next session, because I'm tired, and it's 8:30.
I ain't got school tomorrow, so I don't care.
Hey, Rock, I'm curious. What was the music in the background of?
Wait.
Oh, Claire. It's obviously Eye of the Tiger.
Of course.
Claire.
Yes.
Were you trying to do Henny's voice?
Not that hard, but it was something.
I think Henny just had a voice crack.
It was a hard voice crack.
He's going through puberty, man. Leave it alone. Alone.
I was gonna say Henny just got stuck in permanent puberty.
Yeah. Who knows? He might have died at puberty and he's just stuck in that period.
Oh my god, that must have hurt.
No, for some reason, what I imagine with Henny is that, like, he was so non-exposed to the surface whenever he was down here that whenever he went up there, his allergies, like, fucking destroyed him. And then he came back, and then he just sounds like that permanently.
Poor guy.
Allergies just followed him around.
Is that sympathy
think
for
about
Henny, I hear?
Voice, and does that make sense?
I go up to the surface, get like a bouquet of flowers, and give it to him.
He starts sneezing and it gets worse. What did you do, man?
Suffer. He just like starts throwing pollen at him.
If you brought a bouquet of flowers down here, I feel like a lot of people would have would start fucking like dying.
Oh my god.
Only imagine how bad it was for Harlow whenever he went up to the surface.
Yeah, is it like some sort of like sterile community to the point where any introduction of outside things just results in?
That's the ultimate plan.
We
go out, you get plants and soil, and then we plant like in like pots everywhere, like little like flowers, and then they slowly grow, and everyone's like, "What the fuck is that?"
The only things that are from the overworld that are down here are the shit near the graveyard, the wooden doors and the wooden furniture that you were talking with Spine the first time, and the weaponry that you use that could be from the overworld, but it's probably made down here because it's shit. And I guess the curtain of Pipe's house, or his cave, his cocoon.
Okay, wait. So I just have a question. Is there like ventilation, or do they just not have oxygen?
There's not ventilation.
It's magic. It's magic, okay?
Yes, I know, but I'm just saying, no trees. It must be very stale down there. Very stale.
Yeah. True points.
It's crispy.
Staler than a bag of
I'm
chips.
just thinking, if a fire were to break out, would you die from the flames or from the smoke not being able to leave? That's what I'm thinking.
I think it would be the smoke, because it can't leave and it's already stale, so then you just got you got less oxygen.
Well, I know what these people are doing at the end of the arc.